people will start questioning when there's a little shortfall of what you've suggested. From 50 lakhs, I've started thinking 50 crores. I know that's not possible. So I think my realistic goal would be at least to touch Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram, everywhere you'll get suggestions, and 80% of those come free nowadays. So you get influenced by a lot of noise, which was the same thing that was happening with me. Now, if you make mistakes like I have done without mentorship, without coaching, without taking somebody's suggestions, please take the credit or the blame yourself. दिवाकर वो कम हो गया, कल तो आपने बोला था वो ठीक होगा.
Yeah, hello, Pallavi ma'am. How are you?
Hello, I am absolutely fine. How are you doing?
I'm also very good. So it's nice to have you on our Hall of Fame interview. And
Thank you so much.
as you have crossed some milestones, so I thought let's discuss and understand your experience of having this Financial Hero Mentorship program. So I will ask you some questions. So you share your experience,
Absolutely.
how it was, and what you gained in all those 3-4 months journey,
Sure.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's start.
Yes. So can you briefly share who you are and what made you join Financial Hero?
Yeah, of course. So, first of all, this is for also viewers who are around with us. I am a communication coach and I have been 25 years into training and teaching communication, behavioral skills, and all of that. So, I am a PhD in that area. And obviously, one little thing we all miss out is not to just earn money, but wanting to grow it. And that is how I realized that wealth creation is something that I wasn't doing at all. That was one of the most neglected parts of my career, probably. So I joined this financial hero because I wanted clarity, discipline, and definitely a mentor driven shift is what I needed because I think we all do a lot of hard work and we earn money and then we think that we are done, we are doing great. But only saving or only earning, I think I realized is not enough. Growth and the mindset to grow is something where you continuously need somebody around with you, which I call a mentor driven shift.
Great, great. Thank you. So you joined when your equity portfolio was around half a crore or something like that.
Uh,
And
right.
this include mutual fund also.
Mhm.
And what specific challenges or uncertainty were you facing at that time?
Uh, so despite this portfolio size, I felt kind of scattered and I did not have a strategy. I did well sometimes. I did not do well sometimes. I did not know what to do is why I did sometimes well and sometimes not so well. So I believe, especially after joining you and being through so many whatever sessions I've been through, that the challenge is probably not the growth for most of us. The because I did grow, okay, and sometimes I didn't. So I think the challenge was not growth, and it is not the growth. It is building a clear roadmap for a sustainable growth. So getting some money sometimes, losing some money sometimes is what I was doing. And overall, I had an 80% loss somewhere. I had a 180% gain somewhere, which is, I believe today, a scattered way of thinking without a strategy, without a roadmap.
Yeah, right. And how do you feel now after completing this journey?
So to continue with what I was saying, therefore I was overwhelmed. I had a lot of noises happening. Somebody saying buy this, and this is for everyone else. You'll have Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram, everywhere you'll get suggestions, and 80% of those come free nowadays. So you get influenced by a lot of noise, which was the same thing that was happening with me. And I think now during this journey, I have gained some patience, some sense of structure, and some decision making is better filtered, better suggested. So I'm when you look at wealth growth at this point in time, I think I am more calm, confident, and in better control with a wealth building mindset, which is very important.
Yeah, this includes means my questions. I was about to ask what two, three specific things you learned during the program. So this could
Mhm.
be some of them. Anything else you want to highlight? Something that made biggest difference in your how you manage your wealth today?
Not really. I think, as I said, the calm, the confidence, and the control is important. And today I know only, this is something only I know after I've met you or we've taken this forward. What is the importance of asset allocation? Instead of just picking up stocks because I have money in the funds. So while I have money in the funds, what is very special with your kind of coaching or mentorship is just because you're talking about stocks, you don't keep saying, okay, pick this, pick that. Sometimes you're telling us to go to gold. Sometimes you're telling us go to ETF. Sometimes you're telling us what is your allocation. Let's relook at that and then move forward. Just because you're here to mentor us on the market or the stock market doesn't mean that you're pushing us to just pick up ABC. So I think that framework to entry and exit, what you should pick up and what you should not, is the key to the power of compounding.
Right.
I may
So
be
come.
right or wrong, but that's my feeling.
Yeah, right. So coming on to the exact action part, so how confident do you feel now when it comes to making stock decisions like when to buy, when to hold, when to sell, or when to
Very
bring it down?
confident, I would say, because my major challenge has been when to exit, because I somehow join in and feel that, okay, I've joined the right time, right place. And then it's going down 20%, up 50%. I'm looking at it, I'm feeling happy. Then it's unrealized. And again, it goes to a minus 50%, and I'm still right there.
Mhm.
This situation has changed today.
Right,
Now
right.
I approach decisions with a framework and not guesswork.
Yes, right. So what was the biggest
Also,
aha moment?
also, also, I would just add that here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I am comfortable to holding or staying out when the market doesn't align to what we need to do right now. So
Right.
probably the concept of fear or greed has come to a more balanced
Mm-hmm.
situation. Coming back to your next question
Hmm. So apart
is
from that means technical learning, what
Mhm.
mindset shift you think you have acquired that is helping you now?
I think it's an overall, as I said, looking at how you look at it. So just because it's falling, you don't get upset or angry or impatient. So that is very, very important. That is a shift in the mind. Actually, it's not about the money. And that not acting and staying patient is sometimes the powerful thing that we miss out. And that's what we should do.
Mm-hmm. So
Always
now,
being restless and selling and buying and selling and buying
right.
necessarily is not going to give us a great output. So
Mm-hmm.
that clarity today beats the complexity that used to come into my mind all the time.
Right, right. So now you have that gained overall experience in investing and all those things. So in your opinion, now what's the best way to create long-term wealth? Like people are doing trading, FNO, structured long-term equity investments. So what is your opinion now and why?
I think this is a little complicated at times. People used to tell me, okay, you need to make at least, 50,000 every month. So quickly do some intradays for 5 days and reach that goal and then see what to do with the rest kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point in time, I would say or suggest that I have had some amount of doubt now, which I don't have now. So now I more um, would like to tell people that staying invested, staying safe with a little bit of understanding, take a risk, a calculated risk when you need, but staying more invested would be actually investment or investing. If you're coming and going out, you're not investing. So you should not expect returns. You're playing around, then you expect gains.
Mm-hmm.
So staying invested makes sense. Today, I was reading, I think Zerodha has also come up with, because I am on Kite, so Zerodha has probably also come out with kind of another attached account that you can have if you want to put and segregate your shares or your list of stocks into long term, which you don't want to touch, and some things that you want to keep doing around. So that's something that one can think of. But largely, I think 80% of your stuff should be invested long term, because investing means, by the word meaning itself, you're putting in something so that you get something in return, whether it is emotions or money or career or whatever you're investing in.
Right, right. So do you think having a financial coach or mentor made a means real difference in your journey? And if yes, how?
Absolutely, absolutely. A coach brings clarity where self-learning for me brought in a lot of confusion, because there is ample available on the internet, whether that is authentic or that is not. So there is no dearth or a lack of learning at today's era. A 10-year-old knows more than you know in different ways and manner and the exposure that they have. However, that does not mean that is meaningful and quality learning. Number one. Number two, your motivation or mindset can happen only online through videos of 80,000 people. But your coach, if you have one, is a one-to-one effect on you. So this person here is to clarify, sorry, clear all your confusions and give you exactly what to do, what not to do. And and for you, Diwakar, I think you have helped me unlearn my bad habits. In my investing, in my earlier investing days, initially when I didn't know anything, but I had money and just I dump it in a bucket like the stock market, I have never ever exited a stock when it was red. Never ever done it, not even a 10 rupee. So I think that was something that was very, very important. So you've helped me unlearn a bad habit. It goes down to -10, -20, -80. I'm still okay. I will not get out when it is red. And I realized today that it's a bad habit. It has taken me time. I think it will still take me a little more. I do have stocks which have told me that, we should move on. But so I think a coach, in short, keeps you accountable, aligned, and focused on the bigger picture, not what games you play today, tomorrow, and around now.
Right. What advice would you give to busy professionals or women who are still delaying serious investing?
Uh, so the first thing that I would say, even without thinking, is do not wait. Don't wait. The best time is now. A lot of us, including myself, sometimes we've wasted time to think where to start, with whom to start, and it's not just about investing anywhere. That waste of time gives you a negative score, is what I think today. Because we think we are just standing here and I will start and I will start growing. But if you look, it's like a moving car. All your trees are going the other side, which means if I'm just standing here, I'm not at zero. Everybody else is going ahead. So I am going negative to what I am. And I'm thinking, I'm just waiting to start. Don't wait. It's the best time to start now. The little delay that you do is getting 10x delay. And investing is not about just money management. It is about, which Diwakar keeps saying. Diwakar, thanks for that. It is about self-empowerment. I love the little fish in the aquarium example that you were giving the other day. The fish inside in a lot of water is very happy. It doesn't even know the extent of the endless water it can be if it's free. So investing is not about money management only, saving and growing, etc. It is about self-empowerment. Once you get used to it, you actually take charge. So I think start right now. Even if you have 1,000 rupees, you'll be amazed how it becomes 5,000 the next year. So never think it is less, is another suggestion I would give. So don't think that I have 1,000 or I have a lakh or I have a crore is less or it is more, because he or she or somebody else has a little more or less.
Mhm.
I think not taking risk is the biggest risk that you can take. So start right away.
Right. Thanks for sharing.
Mhm.
Before going to the next, I think we should analyze what is stopping. So, what do you think most professional don't start, or it stops?
Why they don't start?
Yes, yes. So they don't take control of their wealth basically. So,
Uh-huh.
and how did you overcome that hesitation?
Okay, so a few things I think add up to this. Of course, this is you and I would not be the right person to know exactly why people can't. But my own experience has been that we have a lot of rumors around,
Mm-hmm.
some of which are true. Stock market is a gamble. स्टॉक मार्केट में गए तो जो भी था वो भी खत्म हो जाएगा. There are a lot of stories like that. One, all of them are not true. Two, if you have a coach and a mentor to help you do that, then you can verify whether it's a rumor or it's true. Start with little, start with paper trading, start with advices. Take a month to only learn from Diwakar what are the right things, what are the wrong things, what has worked for somebody, what hasn't worked. So, one clear problem that people have is they are confused. And in the confusion, they do not know where to go for clarity. And the third more important thing, I think they have a fear of loss.
Mm-hmm.
With a stock market being a more risk taking market and mutual funds being comparatively a lesser risk taking market, even in mutual funds, education awareness is not there. Not even 20% know about it. And imagine the stock market with having its own rumors, with the market going up and down, with wars and battles here and there. I think the fear is the biggest factor.
Right. So losing money is
Losing money,
like a
yes.
big fear.
Yes, I have a 10 lakh, who knows, I'll get in. Somebody I heard in my neighbor has lost and come
Mm.
down to 2 lakhs. So यही मेरे साथ होगा. And this requires the mindset shift, which only a coach can do.
So yeah, as I always say, there's in the market both things are there, fear as well as greed. So people,
Correct.
because of fear, people don't able to increase their portfolio to crores, and because of
Right.
greed, they are not coming out of that market also.
Right.
So greed and
I
fear
myself
play both.
didn't. I
Mm.
myself didn't.
Right.
I always thought, okay, I'm now down 20%. It'll recover. Let me wait. And in that wait, it went to minus 30%, and I have wasted another 3 years in it. I could have taken that loss, and probably by 3 years, I would have grown that and recovered that loss somewhere. So I think the fear factor is something that is very, very ingrained.
Right.
And I think it comes from our whole system of upbringing to a large
Mm-hmm.
extent, because we are either afraid or we are greedy or we blame the others. So you'll have people who will not come and tell you that, Diwakar, wow, my 10 rupees have become 20. But you will have people who will come and tell you, Diwakar, you just told me and my 30 rupees have become 29.
Right.
Because we like to find out. I remember when we were small, if I fell down and the child starts crying because the child has fallen down, the mom would say, okay, we have to hit the floor is responsible. Floor ne maar diya, baby isliye ro diya. We are growing up with that mindset.
Right.
It's somebody else's problem. The floor is wrong. Hit the floor, the child stops crying. But if you don't teach the child that you have to be fearless and you are fine,
Right.
I think that requires a mindset
Very
shift.
good
And that is
example of
exactly why.
giving excuses.
Yes, and that is exactly why we need a mentor. Because these small daily activities bring us with a mindset we are growing since we are 6 months old to 60 years old. In the way, you will not get motivational speaker, Tony Robbins telling you about it. He will tell you bigger things, what to do, what not to do. But what about this? दिवाकर वो कम हो गया कल तो आपने बोला था वो ठीक होगा. Now, people will start questioning when there's a little shortfall of what you've suggested. They will not look at all those five which Diwakar said and they are growing. And Diwakar has told you 80 times that have no fear and greed, everything will grow. If potato and onions are growing up every day, the whole world is not going to get cheaper tomorrow. This is a
Right.
very single line that I
Mm.
always believe. If
Exactly.
the whole world is getting expensive, the market is going up. Simple. Now, if you make mistakes like I have done without mentorship, without coaching, without taking somebody's suggestions, please take the credit or the blame yourself. Here, Diwakar or Modi or Trump cannot help. You have taken a decision that you're going to stay here like I did. You've told me get out. If I am sitting duck over there, you can't help. Then I can't come back and tell you, 30 se up minus 50. What can you do about it? So I think the mindset is another very, very
Right.
big space that
That
we need to
plays a
work around.
very important role. So what's
Sure.
your next financial or portfolio goal, and how has this mentorship prepared you for it?
Now, the way you have motivated people around, I think we have started thinking unrealistic goals.
Mhm.
So from 50 lakhs, I've started thinking 50 crores. I know that's not possible. So I think my realistic goal would be at least to touch 1 CR sometime within the next 2 years, if that looks okay, because a very rough class two calculation is that if I'm growing by 20,
Yes,
25%, then in 2 years I
into
should be
that.
doing double of what I am. And I'm very confident with your mentorship, it is going to cross that even before. Still, that's my realistic number for now. And of course, I am prepared, as I said,
Yeah, yeah. Best
only have
wishes
to be
for
a
that.
little more regular.
Yes, sure. Best wishes for that. So if someone is
Thanks.
thinking
Thanks.
of joining Financial Hero but is unsure, so what would you say to them?
So if you have already now, if you're in a education sector and you want to get into a school, how many years will you waste researching which school to get into?
Mhm.
One. Two, if you want to get married, how many years will you waste thinking which one to get married? It's a similar question. I think waste less time and don't think of it as a cost, as a risk, and what I will do if and but and this and that. Think of it as the best investment you will ever make because it is absolutely for you. It is your money, your growth, your hard work, your understanding, your learning. So the clarity, the conviction, the mindset shift that will happen if they join here is what should matter. Even if you've done 20 mistakes in the past, investing in 85 different products which did not work, those stories should put an end to your losses and traumas financially. Start here if wealth matters to you. Then a mentorship like this is not optional, it is absolutely essential. So start here, start now. And for people who are listening, Diwakar is not somebody who has grown up and studying finance. So somebody who is doing this out of passion and clearly in-depth knowledge about it is the best place to go.
Right. So how much time one need to basically efficiently manage their portfolio?
This is the most embarrassing question you could ask me because you know how indisciplined I still am. And discipline is something, whether Diwakar or I tell you or not, is something that you must not miss in life. You will do everything better if you're more disciplined. And with the kind of mentorship or suggestions that you give, Diwakar, I think it is the most democratic and comfortable. When I say democratic, because I do democratic teaching nowadays, democratic is just for other people to understand, democratic is by both of us, by us, for us, with us kind of a
Mhm.
situation. Diwakar knows that this is my timetable, these are my limitations. So he tells me, put in 15 minutes, can you do that? He doesn't tell me 2 hours daily, ye karo, because he knows it's not possible. So what is special in this kind of mentorship with Diwakar is the democratic coaching that he will give you, which means he will discuss this is what you have, what are your limitations, what are the possibilities, what are your time slots, how much can you give, and he will help you for the rest, which is something that you will not get anywhere because most places that you go, either they are too small or they are too big, but they will not give you single individual suggestions or customized approach of how you can. So to answer your question in short, for me, it has been around just 15 minutes to 20 minutes a
I
day.
used to say 1 hour a week. So is that true or?
Absolutely, absolutely. I haven't been able to do 1 hour a week even sometimes because some days I'm sitting like a class nursery child and doing all the A to Z every day. Some weeks or months I have missed out. But with the little that I get, with the 5% that I apply, my portfolio keeps growing. And I think that is the magic. I regret not putting that 15 minutes daily, but I know if I do it, I'm going to touch that 1 crore in the next year. I am very confident about it. So, guys, do not wait. Do not waste your time. Pack and bag your fears and greed and start right away. There is nothing to lose because if it doesn't work out 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, just quit. Do what you were doing all your life. It's always there for you.
So learning is very important. I mean, without
Very, very
learning, people
important.
dive into that stock market part and lose lots of lakhs actually. But they are
Yes.
hesitant to invest few thousands to learn and keep
And
that
knowing
knowledge
you,
for
Diwakar,
years, next 20
knowing
years.
you, Diwakar, you spend 3, 4 hours absolutely free only to give them the confidence. Nowhere on earth will they get that. Even if you're thinking that I'm paying cost, you're not paying cost when you're logging into Zoom. You're just talking, understanding where you stand. It's a loss for you spending that time, not for them. Nobody's investing when they come to talk to you in the first place anyway. So I think if they are wasting that, then they are doing a crime to their own money and they're having a bad relationship with money, which you keep saying, and I've heard at other places too. I keep telling people, a friend of mine went and bought 3 plants the other day, which is cost of 100 rupees. He was asked 300, he gave 200, happily thinking he did well. We've done the same thing. Auto ने 100 रुपया मांगा, हमने 50 बोला, 70 में deal हुआ, we were very happy. What actually we are doing is we are telling our money, you go happily. We are not bothered whether it costed 30 rupees or 20 rupees. You are still doing that. You're not investing in a course or a program or a mentorship like this as if it is a cost, and 5,000 rupees you're spending having one single dinner, which is common in Delhi NCR. Don't we have 2 dinners for 5 to 10,000 every month? And we always have the option to quit anywhere we go, except when we leave at the end. So we should all try, I think.
So now, was there any moment during the mentorship that surprised you or exceeded your expectations? Some experience I want to listen. Some aha moment.
The most important thing I would say is the way my mindset about money transformed more than the portfolio itself, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this is an opportunity to thank you because the honesty and the passion with which you come across, Diwakar, is rare to find. You know, my very good friend into all of these financial things, but the kind of dedication, the passion, and the approach of simplicity that you have while helping us build our growth just has removed the clutter and confusion, which is very important. So I think those were some space or places where it has exceeded my expectations. However, I still think there is more that I can do. I think I am partially mentally invested. If I can do what you say and do in action, I think one can just take this as a full-time profession.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that confident.
Thank you. So if you had to summarize your experience in one sentence, now I'm giving you some tough task to
Okay.
summarize everything in
All
one
right.
sentence. What would it be?
Mm, I think financially, didn't just change my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
It transformed my mindset, which I've been saying for the last half an hour. It transformed to a large extent the discipline that I need to have. And most important, the belief, the faith, and the conviction towards wealth creation is at a different level.
Good.
So that is what I would like to say in
So
one
what is
sentence.
my
It
just
transformed.
sentence is like take charge, become your own financial hero. So is this
Absolutely.
fitting into that
Absolutely. Absolutely.
box?
It justifies the title completely because once you take charge, it transforms your mindset, your discipline, your money, your portfolio. you will start feeling rich. And if you feel it, then you reach it. Energy grows where energy grows,
Thank you.
where
Thank
energy
you, Dr.
goes.
Pallavi. Thanks a lot for sharing your experience.
It was a
And
pleasure, actually, Diwakar, because I have been inconsistent in most things that you've been telling me. But with whatever little I can do, it is very important that people know what they are missing out.
right,
They are, really.
yeah, so
Thank
best
you so
wishes for
much.
your,
Thanks to
yeah,
you. It has
best
been a
wishes.
pleasure all the time, all the way.
Right. So
Best wishes to
best
you too.
wishes
You are doing
for your
absolutely
next goal
great.
also. Yes, we'll connect later
Thank you.
again when you
Sure.
achieve your 1 crore maybe. So
Absolutely. No, I will connect you every single day if I need to. But yes, of course,
for interview
we'll
purpose.
celebrate with the next
Yes,
goal.
for learning purpose, definitely we're going to connect again. But
Sure.
for experience sharing and all those things, definitely we'll connect again at when
Sure.
you achieve 1 crore
We'll
portfolio.
do that. We'll do that.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye bye. Take care.